This is Kal Kat, the Kal Caster, and this is a review of Wedding Bell Blues, the latest episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. Quickie review of the story. It's 3 months later from the Gordon story. These two episodes were aired back to back. And in the second one, they go to, they return to Starbase 1. It's been 3 months, and it is it's the anniversary of Starfleet being founded. It's established in the story. It's 2261, so it has centennial in the story. And Jonathan Frakes directed this one, and we have some interesting cameos and connection tie-ins, and we have Fred Seisbass Fruity Guy as Trelane in the episode. It's not really him, but it totally is. Thinking full circle, having a Cillian playing a Q like a creature. Sorry, spoilers. That's not really. You don't have to do that. So surely he's on Star Trek now. Anyway, so we have the episode opens with a fairly obvious spoiler-heavy twist. Christine Chapel and Corby return and they're dating. Spock gets flustered, as much as Spock could get flustered. Erica Hansen is still seeing visions about the lizard people. He's dancing with La'an to learn how to dance. They're okay, and then I've actually first there's a sparring session. Established that Uhura and the other one's and Ortegas' brother meet. They like each other. Then we have on this. They have a bar scene after the other scene, and in the bar is a very obvious flamboyant character in an old-timey outfit, clearly supposed to be Trelane. Channeling the original Trelane back in the day, 60 years ago, almost 59 years ago. And it was suggested in the first season of TNG. It's more of a fan canon thing, but Gene Roddenberry didn't dismiss it, and neither did John Delancey, that the Q and the Trelane are of the same general species. It was never directly established in the story, but indirectly. It's sort of like how Roddenberry said, maybe after they introduced the Borg, he retconned it in that, the Borg met V'ger and gave him some technology, and then V'ger moved on. Or the Borg, the machine planet is a Borg assimilated planet. More likely, it's the other way around. It's that V'ger collected some Borg stuff, and that's how he's part Borg. And it's kind of the same idea. Okay, Q is from the original series, and then Next Generation, which would make a certain amount of sense that they're the earlier versions of Q. This one has this one kind of gives away its cards right off the bat. With the guy being literally the silly character from our show, the version of Trelane, the Cillian version. So he's got the Marx Card's hair, but he's got the Kal Kat mannerisms. It's weird. It's sort of a funky mishmash version of Trelane. They don't explicitly say it's true, but it is. And spoilers. They're again with the. Now the last episode wasn't as much a Cillian story as this one was, except for the medical part, which was that last one was silly for the medical part. So we have we have the sort of Q thing going on. Spock is given a drink like a Mickey, and he starts to imagine what it'd be like if he was marrying Christine Chapel. Immediately thought, okay, dream or reality change or both. He slipped him a roofie, and now he's imagining the whole thing. But if it turns out it's time and space being messed with, which also kind of can hint at, okay, this is the Kurtzman verse. So maybe they changed a little bit as they go on, as opposed to Hertzman verse in our version. No, the Kurtzman verse. Yeah. So different character. So we have a yeah. He's messing with the crew. The Corby and Spock get together to try and figure out what's going on. The wedding isn't real. But we do get a wedding thing, and that's what you do in a comedy. You have a wedding. If they ended the series right here, that'd be fine. But they're not. They're going on for they're going to do a 4th season and then a 5th, or they're going to do just a 4th season. I'm not sure which. Maybe a half of a 5th. They kind of can't. They kind of have to stop with season 5 if they're going this fast through time. Because this is 2261, I mean. 2261, they got to be ending in a year, otherwise Kirk will be on the Enterprise. Yeah. When does Pike get all messed up? This timeline, maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe it's all, it's a different timeline. It is a different timeline. It's not really. The wedding, the thing going on, all the shipping stuff, clearly Jesse Gender is referenced in there. But yes, but so is Kal Kat. So we have different versions of stuff in there. At first I thought it was a Critical Vitriol character playing them, but no, it was Fruity Guy. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't really. It was another actor, but he was clearly channeling our fans, as they often do on the show. You get to see people in interesting dresses at the wedding, revealing dresses, but that's fine. Some of them are very ugly dresses. But yes, we get to see it. Chapel and Uhura's Indian dresses that don't look good on them. but yeah, okay. So we have not too great. The dress uniforms are better. Anyway, we get to see they're trying to figure out what's going on. There's a wedding, there's a poem at the end. They have the whole thing. They have this is not an in-depth rundown to get down Trek yards somewhere else. I like to make a review shorter for these episodes, and then we have them figuring it out up until the wedding actually happens and the big speech, and then surprise, we have a voice that sounds like John Delancey, and then the voice showing up and they're saying, "Oh, my son is disrupted the wedding and whatever." And he's 800 years old or something, 8,000 years old. But yeah, it's supposed to be early QQ. But yeah, they established it. Yeah, he's sort of like he's Q. Yeah. Trelane probably shouldn't really be Q's son, but we're implying that Q is more of an idea than literally. It's the Q people of the Q race. They reference the cornfield thing. They reference Voyager. They also reference the Continuum. But the Chimera movie in 2019 was still better. Yeah, it was still cooler. Now they tried to do that with that artifact in Discovery. They tried to make that look like that, but looked like the Continuum in there. But yeah, they tried that. It looked kind of like it. But yeah, we have Q and Trelane. Big reveal, ooh, it's Q and Trelane, but it's like kind of knew it was coming. Well, yes. Come on. Strange revealing outfits, and we're going to leave it there. And wedding thing, and it was a fun episode. Is he really Q? Is he not? It's kind of fan testing. This was of a similar group to the Q, I think. And I think Frakes directed it, and it was a cool character story. They really shouldn't have made a cliffhanger, like I said with the last episode. They should have just aired that last episode as they should have just had a 1 2 hour finale last year, And then, just because this is clearly done quite a bit later, this other episode, they should have just done that, because it didn't need to be a cliffhanger. Yeah, just make it a movie and then on to the next thing. Yeah, although the Trelane character is quite different in this other version. He's a Trelane. It's the Q and the QT. QT, you see. Yes, because in the PL series, not only do they get Borgified, Picard and the Forge, they also get Q powers. So they become the QT. Lascivious and QT of Borg. Yeah, Q and Trelane, QT. We thought of that ages ago. They finally got around to doing it. If you enjoyed Strange New Worlds, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah.